have the technology or the steady hands to pull off a procedure like that.
2, 1, and we are live. Welcome, folks, to the American Movie Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Benjamin. What's cracking, yo? Today, we're going over Jumanji, and it's Welcome to the Jungle. And I like this movie, but it's not really anything like the other Jumanji at all, okay? The only similarity is that they have to beat the game Jumanji, and that's about it. So it's about these teenagers, and they're in high school, and they have the archetypal jock, nerds, prissy girl, and they go inside of this video game. They get sucked into it, and that's pretty much that's the gist of it, and they have to beat Jumanji, okay? So I like this movie, and as long as you're not going in with high hopes of, like, depth, it was enjoyable. This was very watchable. It's very, very funny. And The Rock steals the show. He does an amazing job. And Jack Black is also in here. And Kevin Hart is also in here. And I really, really like this movie just because it makes fun of the absurdities inside video games too. Like, there's so much stuff inside video games, the repetitiveness and the weird quests that they have to undertake. So it's really, really funny in that regard. And it's not a very long movie, and it keeps really good pace. And Kevin Hart is pretty much essentially playing Kevin Hart inside Jumanji as another guy, but it's a lot of just Kevin Hart's shenanigans and his personality and response inside the video game to pretty much anything you'd imagine to be inside of a jungle. And they have to actually capture this medallion, put it back up on the this giant mountain inside Jumanji, and then they win the game. And they all have different attributes. Like Dwayne Johnson, he's very, very strong, very, very fast. Kevin Hart can carry this backpack, and it can pretty much essentially hold everything. And so, like, Jack Black's character, he's an incredible map reader, and he's a cartographer. And there's another girl in here that is a great break dance fighter. So you can see how just absurdities and fun missions will occur with all these attributes alone. So it's really, really... what I also found enjoyable was Jack Black's take on being a high school girl inside of the video game. He does an incredible job on just being hilarious in that, and his response, and how he's this middle-aged, overweight man being inside of this video game playing this 16-year-old girl who's obsessed with her cell phone. And that's what I found really funny too. Like, all of these... What strikes me as amazing is that if you have enough talent inside of a movie, even how absurd the premise is and the little goofy quirks that you have to get past get past the narrative, you can still have an amazing show. This by far was really freaking funny, and you'll be entertained. That's the thing with, you don't expect Jumanji to be profound, but it was very, very, very entertaining throughout the entire time. So I would highly recommend this if you just like Kevin Hart. Even if you like Kevin Hart, you're going to enjoy this movie. Just that alone. And the premise is very, very funny. And once they get past the silly intro of getting into the game, it's a fun ride. So yeah, I highly, highly recommend this. So if you want to support the podcast, please leave us a review on iTunes. It incredibly helps. And if you want to support the podcast in another way, just share this or subscribe or tell other people to subscribe. And if you want me to review anything particular, you can always contact me on Facebook, Instagram, the YouTubes, and email. So thank you so much for watching. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. If you're watching on the live stream, we got 3 or 4 more cooking in the back burner. So I'm going to do a few more videos like this and podcasts. So stay tuned if you're watching live. So thank you so much. Until next time. Bye, 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 bye. See you later, folks.
I've been frozen for 30 years, okay? Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Snap out. What a hot old roll made you feel your hands?